The following stream contains mature content and subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. And good evening, everyone, and welcome to McStabber Studios, Kansas City, A Domain Divided. I am, of course, the storyteller tonight, Shanky McStabber.
And I am Mama McStabber, and I'll be playing Dr. Katerina Rakosi of Clan Zamitsi.
I'm Dale, and I'll be playing Callum McFarlane, Clan Ventru.
I'm Ree, and I'll be playing Rashad Giovanni of the Hakata.
I'm House. I play Bo Solomon, Clan Toreador.
And before we kick off tonight, I do want to let everybody know we're not doing the simulcast anymore because the one thing I noticed is there was only a few people there, and they were missing all the Twitch chat discussing the episode. Even the cast can't normally keep an eye on both. They can barely keep an eye on one chat. So rather than split everything like it was appearing, I've decided just to go back to only on Twitch with the YouTube uploads. That way, you know, if you want to talk to everybody, you can be right here. If you want to watch it and don't want to chat, just, you know, collapse the chat bar. You can do that too. But that way everyone's in the same place to chat, just so you're aware. Now, let's get into the meat of today. Well, when we were last with this coterie, they got to see Gwen again. She came out of her basement, found out that something had gone wrong with her. The drug that had been hit on her had made her, as her beast put it, angry, which is odd because most drugs don't affect kindred. Makes it very odd. And then, of course, you all stepped into a hunter's den, which turned out well for the situation, I guess. You got some info. You got some names. And then, of course, Rashad put a phone hidden up on Yana's vehicle, Yana, who appears to be a handler. And then you had to beat a hasty retreat after you were recognized, in which Katerina used a woman as a human shield.
Oh, not just any woman. It was Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. Jenny, who is leading
these so-called hunters.
Yeah, the Brush League hunters.
Mm-hmm.
But as we ended the episode, Kat went back with Jenny to get some stuff out of her house as she was going to, or sorry, Gwen, to get some stuff out of her house where they were set upon by a man who appeared to have explosives. Thankfully, those turned out to be a fake, but the sniper's bullets very much were not fake because both Gwen and Katerina were hit by them. And as we open up tonight, it's actually been about 2 days since we were last with this coterie. Time for Katerina to heal her wounds, for the group to look for Gwen because they've heard no word from her, and for Rashad to watch the progress of the car phone. Now, the car, I will tell you, the battery has died now. Lasted about 2 days. The first place it went to appears to be a garage of some kind, a mechanic's place. It's located, pull up my map real quick. It's actually located over in the Northeast Industrial District, but not in the Sabat section. It actually was taken a few blocks from where that building you all infiltrated was located. And after it stayed there for a few hours, that is where things got weird. The car moved around a lot. It would only briefly stop for a few minutes, stop to get gas quite often. But the car was always in motion up until the battery died on the phone. Which seems strange because there's no way in hell somebody was awake for 2 days. Now, the rest of the group hasn't heard from Rashad, at least what he's found yet, but there was a call at your logistics building where you all use for your coterie. Curtis Vance has asked to meet you in a bar located down in the Rack. At the Mean Mule Distilling Company, as a matter of fact. So I'm going to turn this over to the players. I'm sure you aren't going to arrive separately. Rashad's got information. I don't think, are you gathered at the logistics place, or did you gather anywhere else tonight to meet up before you head to deal with this despicable individual?
I would say the logistics company.
Then I turn it over to the players.
Storyteller.
Yes.
Over these last couple of days, outside of our search for Gwen, Bo also would have wanted to browse through and kind of read and kind of surmise from the notebook that we got from the Jabberjaw. Anything interesting I might have sussed out from reading this?
Give me intelligence investigation. Or if you don't have it, wits awareness. You can pick one of the two. Man, listen to them dice roll. 3? I mean, you're going to find something. It's just how much depends on what you roll. So you will find something. You have the notebook.
You know, I'm going to spend a willpower to reroll.
Okay. Hey, look at that.
5.
First of all, you see where the description of Curtis Vance, he's not there for a lot of it. You only see one note of it, but you can see where you are guessing based on, with 5, the indentations of the paper. Pages were ripped out at one point. But whoever did it in a hurry. So they didn't get all the pages that referenced Vance out. So Vance apparently tried to cover himself, but missed one. It was about 2 months ago where he showed up. Now, looking through it, there's notes of V. You just see V noted or VJ noted, which, based on your roll, that would be Vincent Jensen. And then there's a guy described. He's kind of whip thin, balding. Meeting with Vincent. There's 3 entries noted in that. No name is noted with it, but there's a pretty good description of him. Based on the timeline, you suspect that's the guy that hired Jensen to run that fake company. And you were told that his name was, I believe you were told his name was Anthony Oakford. That was what Jenny had said, I believe. Or was it, did she give you Gene Sherry?
That one.
Yeah. There's a lot of names. He's got AKAs out as wazoo.
Okay. Because it was his daughter.
Yeah.
That got attacked by Vance.
Yeah, that isn't noted anywhere in there.
Mm.
Those pages probably been removed as well. So that's what Bo found out. I'm going to turn it over. You all can have your discussions before you set out for, a nice little, I'm sure it's a lovely bar called the Mean Mule.
So Vance wants to meet us.
Do we have to?
Of course he does.
We play
I know we
along.
have to, but
We play along. We're looking into this to help him out, right?
Our instructions haven't changed. I
Exactly.
assume you all haven't.
Because once we can ascertain what we need to ascertain, we definitely inform the sheriff and the prince what he's done. And I'm pretty sure they'll take his information and then dispose of him. At least if they're smart, which they seem to be.
he's just a baby that I don't want to sit, but I know we have to.
Well, we're not sitting. We're just getting the wolves away from his door.
You say tomato, I say tomato.
I get it. Have
I
you
have
found
some
out
more
anything?
information.
Oh, I was sorry. Bo, did you find out anything about him in the notebook?
No, nothing terribly different. I'd relay everything that I got.
He was in a hurry then.
I think the bigger thing is we have a description of that Gene guy.
Gene Sherry. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. What you got, Rashad?
The phone I left on our new enemy, I suppose. His car has finally run out. It seems that they're in a garage about northeast of here, and he will pull out his new phone and show where in the city map it is. Though my guess is that the car that they figured out that they were being tracked, either that or they have some other means of moving the vehicle consistently. I doubt that any normal person is going to be up and able to move as often as they did, from what I could see.
No, more than likely with so many tires slashed, they checked the car over real thoroughly and found the phone and figured they would give us misleading information.
Storyteller, based on what I saw, am I able to find a central point based on how often the car moved? Is there like a
It
triangle
roamed around. The garage is the only place that was concrete.
I was just going to ask, might it be worthwhile?
Checking that garage?
Exactly.
It's likely where they found the phone.
And if a Fed is going to go to a specific place, I'm sure there's some trust there.
The feds
Could also be a trap.
are up to some fucking horse shit.
It could be a trap, and we seem to like springing them.
Yeah, I just healed the last one I sprung.
Yeah, like is a strong word in this case.
I meant that a little bit ironically, but yes, yeah, I know.
Do we want to
you
take care of this issue with Vance first?
We have
Or should
to.
we-
He's on the schedule first. But since it's in the rack and this place isn't far from the rack, we can hit it on our way out.
Sounds like a
Different.
And hopefully they don't have snipers this time.
Are we going to go with the same plan as before? The two of you go in, Cat and Bo.
That's fine.
sure.
Rashad, are you good with that, or do you want to play this a little differently?
I think Rashad probably should go in. I mean, you did kind of claim to be his lawyer now, even if it was tongue in cheek.
Are you
I'm
talking
all
about?
right
Are you
with that.
talking
I
about with
think it'd
Vance
be-
or with the garage?
Oh, with Vance. I was speaking about Vance. I apologize.
Oh no, we
if I-
all go in to talk to Vance.
Okay.
Yeah, we all go in to talk to Vance. It's a fucking bar.
Different
You-
vehicles or one?
Well, I don't have my big one, so unless somebody can fit, all of us, and it's just 4, so they should fit in a standard car.
Even still, I think Rashad is probably better suited to go talk to. I'm not a car guy. At the very least, Rashad has some knowledge of surveilling. It was his idea to put the phone in the car, so might be best that he's one of the couple that goes to the garage.
We'll decide that when we are done with Vance.
Works for me.
Because I've got to decide if I'm willing to be in, the line of fire again.
And if you don't, I'll go in.
All right. So let's go and take care of Mr. Vance as soon as possible.
Yeah, let's go ahead and head out. We need to hire somebody or get somebody in here.
I can have someone from the law firm, an intern, do it occasionally, but can't guarantee they'll be
Yeah, we need to
useful
find
for all
somebody
kind of
that we
work.
can keep here.
Consistency.
Yeah. Someone to answer the phones, keep an eye out on things when we're not here. Yeah. Well, we'll keep an eye out for someone.
So you all head out to leave. As you get in the vehicle, you know what I'm going to tell you to roll. You might as well just roll it now.
Mm-hmm.
Wits awareness.
Does my previous wits awareness count?
No. Good try. Good
I'll
try.
take half. I'll take 2.
Okay.
Because there ain't no sense rolling 4 dice.
I mean, that's the average human's awareness level. I see we're in, we're doing about, let's see, 4, 3 from Rashad, 4 from Bo. Okay, I'm just keeping that in mind as you are heading out towards the Mean Mule. The Mean Mule, you've already found out where it's located. It's on Locust Street, which is inside the rack. It's just off East 17th. So,
Like to make a request. Can I do premonition, please?
well, of course you can.
Wonderful. So let me just go ahead and do. Actually, let me blood surge.
I feel like Rashad's always our early game premonitioner, and I'm always at the end of the session
I get it.
premonizing.
I get it.
Y'all have beaten my husband at his own game.
Yes, you have.
With 2 of you having premonition.
I love premonition, but y'all have beaten me at my own game with that one.
I think you could find ways to have plenty of fun with
Oh, I
it.
will. Only 4 successes, even with a surge. That's, not your normal roll for these kind of things for shot. But 4 is still
today.
good. It's very good. So as you're riding over, I assume Rashad's not driving when he does a premonition. I mean, it would be amusing, but counterproductive. So as you're heading over, your eyes glaze over. What you see there's a green fog over the whole city. But unlike a lot of fog, it's at its thickest at ground level as it's seeping, coming from the ground. And you can see, as you're watching this fog come up, it's moving very slowly, expanding, pushing out farther and farther. And then your vision returns.
Be careful. Keep an eye out for anything that we are not meant to see when we speak with Mr. Vance. I have a feeling someone is hiding something. I don't know if it's from us specifically or if it's from the city as a whole. But something is wrong.
I get a feeling something's always wrong here.
Oh, that's true.
But I've yet to be in a city where that isn't the case. And Kat, since she's driving her rental with everybody in it this evening, turns on the radio and the Bengals' Hazy Shade of Winter turns on.
I mean, that's valid. Parking. Let's see. It was a Monday last time we did this, wasn't it? Or was it Sunday?
I don't remember.
We'll say it's Wednesday now. Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Time is fluid. It's vampire. It's a Wednesday. So it's rather busy. It's not Friday night busy, but it is a bit busy. Making some rolls for later here. Yep. Cool. It is a bit busy. And as you get there, you do manage to find parking in a garage. Takes you a bit. You're about a block away from it. Now, this is the rack. While you don't really know a lot of the kindred in the city, you are coming out of the garage when you run into Tanya, of all people. She's standing by a van outside one of the bars there, as guys are unloading instruments out of the van, carrying them in. Tanya is the vice president of the board, for those that may not remember. And as soon as you get near, you see her at the same time she sees you, because her eyes dart right to you. Well, that's good to see you. I didn't expect to see you here tonight. Did you come to watch the band play?
Didn't know you were playing here tonight.
Well, I'm not. I'm just...
Or your band.
It's one of my bands. They're moving up. They're going places.
Good.
So we're,
No, we have a meeting here tonight.
You know how this is. You got to do the small places, get your local following, get your little bit of, local celebrity going, and you can move them up to the big leagues.
Yeah.
So they're in here tonight. So you weren't coming here. I know you want to do it, Bo. I know you want to look for kindred iconography. I know you're going to do it.
Since you brought it up.
Yeah, I know. I'm already waiting. Give me wit streetwise for this one. You guys been busy taking care of that other business?
Yeah. That's why we're here tonight.
As you're looking, Bo, how do I want to put, there's something off with her makeup tonight. It's very odd. It's very subtle. If you weren't looking for something, you wouldn't have found it. There's a light patch on the side of her face that you barely catch in the edge of the light that appears to be a deliberate different shade. It's in the shape of a mirror.
A mirror?
Mm-hmm. You all, tell you what, I know you must have business if you're here. I'll send somebody by in a few days with some tickets to a concert.
That'd be lovely. Thank you.
One of the small venues. One of the bands that, they paid their dues. Now they're getting the bigger venues. It won't be that big, 200-300 people.
That'll be nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I'll send you on that.
Well, we won't keep you. We know you've got stuff to do.
Yeah, I'm sure. Just as a heads up, I think Victoria's going to be sending somebody to speak with you. She's looking for an update on things.
Well, hopefully we can give her one after our meeting.
No, hopefully. Well, yep. Bobby, no. I got to deal with these people.
Have a good one, Tanya.
And you can see the exasperated look on her face as she goes over to talk to one of the roadies that aren't really roadies. They're just the dude's friends that are helping out with the band to get in free. As she runs over to start berating him about, the way he dropped the guitar case. Wasn't happy with that.
Right. Well, let's get this over with.
You all have your block to walk. Bo, you're not going to bring it up here on the street, I assume.
God, no.
Yeah. So as you get to the Mean Mule, it's one of those distillery draft house kind of places where they're selling their own craft beers. And when you come in, it's the kind of crowd you're going to expect. There's a number of fedoras, interesting mustaches. It's a rather young crowd. And when
It's an IPA place.
Yeah. When you come into the place, you can't miss Vance in the back. He's got I'm going to use the word loosely, women with him. They do appear on the young side. As he's sitting at a table talking with them. By the number of empty drinks in front of him, he's obviously plying them with liquor.
I want to roll intelligence medicine to assess how old they are.
Go ahead. Now let's see what you get. 4. That's enough right there.
Yeah. Are they over 21?
You are pretty sure one of them must have gotten in with a damn fake ID.
Let me rouse for that surge I did. Hang on.
Okay.
Yay, I don't get hungrier. At least I'm not going to be hangry when I say this.
Yep.
As we sit down at the table, I look.
When you get close, he looks at him. Ladies, give me a few minutes. I'll get you some more beer. I'll get you some more beer in a minute. Just, I need to speak with my friends here. Business type stuff, I got to keep it low key so you can't. It's better you don't hear it. It'd be bad for you. And the girls laugh.
Can I? Does there appear to be kind of, I don't know, one that looks? This sounds silly. The most in charge among the three of them, or are they all pretty kind of?
Now you haven't been able to see them long enough to get their
vibe,
who they're looking to. I will let you roll wits insight though.
Okay.
Because he's asked them to do something, so there is a chance you'll pick something up based on the body language.
Two.
No, you don't know. But they kind of get up and they give you all the side eye. And then one of them whispers something to the other and they all do this kind of giggle.
Oh, as soon as we get the side eye, Kat's going to the fucking guy behind the bar and pointing out the young one. Says she got in on a fake ID. There's no way she's 21.
I'll make sure I'll have Vivian check her license.
Uh-huh. Yeah, do that, because I guarantee it's fake. And then she'll go back to the table.
Vivs, come here a second.
You're
and
nicer
you
than I was going to be, Kat.
The waitress coming over to see him, she is the oldest waitress here. She is the veteran of the place, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So, why'd you walk off? I thought we're having a talk here.
Well, we will, but those little rude bitches should know some fucking manners. Because one of them shouldn't have even been in here. She ain't old enough.
And you should know better.
What? I'm in a bar. They got in. That makes them.
Anyways.
That is not how that works.
Listen to
You
your
can see
lawyer.
he's uncomfortable with this discussion.
Mhm.
Completely uncomfortable.
Good.
Look, I needed to speak with you because I had 2 people set on me last night. Hunters.
What they look like.
I know one was a big dude. One was a blonde chick. They had damn skulls with teeth in it. I think I've seen them before at a place called the Jabberjaw.
Yeah, I'm sure you have, and then you wipe their memories afterwards.
Oh, real quick. What? I can't let people know what you are. If you get found out, you have to wipe the memories,
Yeah,
right?
and you attacked one of them's daughter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm sure you don't. I'm pretty sure that's why you're getting blackmailed.
Yeah, any progress with that? I mean, I'm not happy with getting set upon. I took care of them. But
Those are the Brush League, dear. When you get the real ones actually firing from snipers at you, let me know.
look, I didn't know she was underage, okay? And when I left her, she was alive. So I don't know what the beef is, okay?
I'm bullshit checking that.
Go ahead. That's going to be another wits insight roll.
Surge if you gotta.
Add 2 extra dice. You could. 6 with a crit.
I feel good with 6.
Yeah, I would feel good with 6 with a crit too.
Mm-hmm.
6 with a crit. Let me roll his resist. Normally I don't bother to roll some of theirs, but let me roll his ability to lie. Yeah, that's not good at all. It is clear that he may have left her alive, but he did not expect her to stay alive.
I just stare at him.
Look, y'all need to deal with this quick because they're coming after me.
Bullshitting us isn't the way that we help.
Told you she was alive.
I'm glad that's your story. You need to be a lot more convincing.
Look, who hasn't got caught up in a feeding and drank a little too much, a little too long? We all do it. You can't help it. It happens.
Also not an excuse.
Especially when it's a hunter's daughter. What are you, a fucking idiot?
As I said, we all have our tastes, unfortunately. We don't get a choice in the matter sometimes.
Any other fucking bar.
No, but when our lives are on the line to protect your mediocre ass, you'd think, a little gratitude, and 2, a little more sense would be in order now. What happened, happened, and we are doing our damnedest to try and forget that, or at least not let it impact
Influence
the job we do.
The job we
Yes.
do. We are
If we
investigating this. We are. We have investigated this thoroughly. We have gone into the lion's den and gotten information. I have been shot at by snipers.
Where the fuck they get those guns?
Those guys weren't the ones shooting them. They're working for the feds.
There's no way there's people working with the feds.
Oh yeah, the feds are giving them equipment. They have a handler assigned to them.
These people aren't that brightest either. I see why you go there all the time.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I ain't been there since,
This thing has multiple levels, and they're not working with the higher-ups.
Right. They're not feds themselves. They're the patsies.
What have you done since you were last there? Where have you gone?
Do you have to hide?
I have to hide from...
No, I thought that's what you asked.
No.
Oh.
I've been hiding. That's all I can do. I'm hiding from my own people. Apparently word's already gotten out that I'm trying to switch sides.
That was not us.
It doesn't explain why they haven't found you yet. No offense, but you don't strike me as a particularly talented person. He's not enough to hide from these individuals.
Okay.
Have you met with anyone that we need to know about?
Look.
Anyone we may need to warn?
I was owed some favors, and I redeemed those favors for a hiding place. In the one place I know they're not going to come get me.
I mean this with as much respect as you deserve. What did you do that someone owed you a favor?
That's not something I'm allowed to discuss. I was owed a favor. So I got a place with a brood for now.
Yeah.
Not the best place I want to stay, to be honest. Not exactly the best of company. But they're not going to come after me down there. No one is going to come after me down there.
To make sure we are all understanding one another, you do not have any debts, real or imagined, with any of the hunters, correct?
Why would I have debts with them?
I would like to scry his soul, please.
Oh, God. He's going to be able to sense that.
Yeah, go ahead.
Or defend against it.
Well, if you get to roll your intelligence aspects, I'm going to roll composure subterfuge, which he's not very good at. I'll be fair.
See how good he is. I'm very good at this. Or I'm going to definitely spend the point of willpower on this one.
Okay. You got 6, huh? But no crit. Okay. 6 with no crit. So you have beaten him by 4. You get 4 of the questions.
All right, then. Definitely, I want to know his emotional state. Emotional state, blood sorcery. I guess we'll throw in the diablerie in that as well.
Okay, emotional state's pretty easy for you. He is suspicious, paranoid. You can see it on him. And slightly annoyed right now. Obviously, this line of questioning is not what he expected tonight. Blood sorcery, there's no blood sorcery or other magic. But you do see almost faded black spots in his aura. That's 3 of your questions.
I think the only one left would be the resonance, right? Yeah, that's the only one left.
Yep.
Because he assumed he's a vampire. So we'd have a whole lot of...
The last
an
one,
active resonance.
The last one he fed on did have a resonance to give him a resonance in his blood. The last one he fed on was filled with fear.
So I can't what made you reach out to us if you were in hiding? It couldn't have been just to see how things are going.
No, I got set on last night. Y'all need to hurry this shit up, or else if they get me, your prince gets nothing. I take the info I have with me to my grave. Y'all need to get this solved before they get me, because I can't stay down there the whole time. I've got to come up once in a while to feed. I've got to come up to handle some things once in a while.
I assure you, taking something to your grave is far less of a permanent solution as many people think. Now, we will take care of the problem. You need to stop making new problems. And are there any other things we need to be worried about? Have you hurt anyone else?
Not that I'm aware of. And Bo, from your earlier role, he's kind of believes that.
Jesus.
He's not outright lying to you, but
The rest would see on my face that, like, my
You're
reaction.
not buying it at all. Right.
yeah, he's not lying to you, but
Right.
Fucking hell, man. Keep some goddamn control of yourself. If you're wanting to leave them, you're going to have to behave more like us.
I'm trying. Okay, it's not easy to change all of a sudden.
No shit. How bad you want it. Nothing worth anything is easy.
Hey, there might be more than one reason people are after me, okay?
Then fucking spill.
You know how I got the meeting to speak with Christabella in the first place? Getting her to meet with you without her thinking it's a trap is not easy.
Yeah, she's not stupid.
So I set up my own pack. She got them, and I got to talk.
You sacrificed a pack.
My pack, yeah. Well,
Oh,
one I was
sure.
part of.
Yeah, that's going to piss off some people.
Yeah, that's why I'm, y'all need to hurry. We need to move this along so that I can be on this side, because I need protection. I can't go back to where I was.
Understood.
That fucking bitch is looking for me. And I have no desire for her to get her hands on me. Last
You
one
keep
that
talking.
fucking crazy bitch got hold of, she dumped in a damn bathtub alive for 2 days.
Becky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She called it her dip.
Of course she would.
You keep talking about the things you need. Now here's what we need of you. Stay in the darkest fucking hole that you can until you're called upon. If you need to eat, do it quickly. And I swear, if we see you with another young girl, there will be a problem. Are we clear?
Yeah, I get you.
Are we clear?
Yeah, I get you. Okay?
All right. Does that suffice for the rest of you?
Works for me.
Do you have to feed on the young?
Look, my clan don't talk about that. We don't reveal our preferences. We have a taste.
I have a feeling.
Let's word that another way. Can you feed on someone other than a young woman?
I come from a different time where it was not as much of a problem, okay?
Please answer the goddamn question.
Give me manipulation, persuasion there, Bo. That's enough. That's enough. You got 4.
Gentlemen, I'm going to go step outside to get some air because if I don't, I'm going to make a scene. And she
Understood.
turns and walks out.
And he looks at you. Okay, fine. Yeah. Young women. Okay. I don't deliberately go for underage, but that's my taste.
There is, albeit there is an understanding among us that certain aspects of this are very compelling. We need you to be on the up and up as much as you can, because literally your life depends on it.
Yeah, I know. I get it. Look,
Because there are things you need from us. It makes it difficult for us.
I came here because it's not by the college specifically. It's not by the kind of places where they're too young, okay?
Understood. We don't need to dwell on this. As long as you understand that we are trying to protect you, but you make it very difficult.
I get it, okay? I get it.
Okay,
You all have made your point.
good.
I'm going to get out of here. I'll go pay my damn bar tab,
We've got it.
and I'll get
Go.
out of here and go back down in the fucking sewer. Jesus. They stink so bad down there.
Storyteller, can I use my clan merit to if you can tell me everything I know about his sire?
You don't know who his sire is, but I will let you use your clan merit on him. Even though in this particular case, you won't have a lot of info specifically, I'm going to give you some other info. First of all, there's no way in hell he's old enough to be from a time when it was acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? There's no way in hell. That's
So he's like talking about the 60s, maybe.
yeah, that's he was talking like it was the 1860s, and he is not that old. He doesn't have the mannerisms that you would expect from an older kindred. He's definitely younger. While his feeding preference, Ventura rather, can get very specific. You have a feeling, based on what he said, that his feeding preference is definitely pushing that edge of too young. Because, he don't know who his sire is. You can't get info on the sire. I will give you a bonus since it's not fully what you were expecting. You've heard rumors of Ballard has mentioned once before that there was an issue at one point in Chicago with, this was before you were even embraced, with a kindred that liked to dip people in lie. It's a very odd punishment for people. So you suspect Becky has gotten around and been in other places before. She might be known to some of your contacts there. And there's a freebie since you didn't get, fully what you'd want from your clan merit.
Okay.
I think we should make our exit.
Cat's already outside.
And as you go outside, you're outside, Cat, a few minutes before you see Curtis come stalking out. And he does everything he can not to look at you.
She just cuts a side eye at him.
And then you see him duck down one of the alleys, and you hear a drain being opened, it sounds like.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she knew as soon as he said he was hiding, that it was in the Warrens.
Do we need to check your ID, Cat, with that drastic of a side eye?
that guy, I swear. I sure hope his information's good because I was ready to rip his throat out.
Oh. Whew. Yes.
Let's get out of here.
So you all head back to your vehicle. You don't run into any other kindred that you recognize. I'm sure you bump into maybe one or two on the way, but you don't recognize them. And then you get back in your vehicle. Are you heading over to where the mechanic shop was now?
We'll take a look at it first.
Okay. So I'm going to give you all a chance to talk in the car about your meeting with Vance before you arrive, now that you're somewhere private to talk.
We cannot allow him to join the Camarilla. I know I'm not really considered a member, but the last person he fed on experienced true fear. And that is disturbing.
I have no expectation that he's going to be allowed in.
They're going to take his information and likely make him think he's in and then kill him. Because we're going to share everything we've gotten on him.
And this would be where I shared that extra information that I got from my clan merit use.
Probably a good thing you told us now and not there.
Perfect.
If I may switch topics briefly, more just interesting little thing I picked up. It was very, very subtle, but in part of Tanya's makeup, I noticed what looked to be the outline of a mirror.
She's a thin blood, yes.
Kaitif, I believe.
Kaitif. Okay, Kaitif.
So we have...
So she's a Kaitif of the Malkavians, I believe.
Presumably. So we have both the president and the VP associated with the Malkavians in some way, shape, or form.
Makes me wonder if she's his child.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Because Becky did mention in Elysia, she asked if any of us had tried to sire a child. And the way she asked it, it's like there's a problem with that here.
Maybe there's an inordinate amount of Kaitif. And maybe that's why we're seeing Kaitif and Thin Bloods in the HOA.
Perhaps. Would also explain why they have issues in the Sabbat with their packs.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah.
Just theories right now, but...
It's solid. It's a fairly solid one, I would guess. That if clan doesn't take, that's a problem.
Have I heard of anything that may have caused that? Have I heard have any cousins may have mentioned
you've never
anything
heard
like that?
Something. Well, the Gehenna prophecies did speak of the time when the Thin Bloods would come, but everyone knows that was based on generational, not just happening.
Well, I'm afraid I can't add anything else to that, at least not without knowing more details about those two. And honestly, I think prying too much is above our current level of power or authority.
Oh, no. I'm not trying to be, suspicious. It's just I noticed.
Hey, Rashad, can you get someone at your office to, I don't know, I'm sure they have contacts like with PIs or something like that. Find this Gene Sherry guy.
Okay, have that done for you? Do you need it done quickly?
I mean,
carefully?
I imagine that's where, look, fucking Curtis hurt his daughter. And then all of a sudden he's being blackmailed. My assumption is it's likely Gene doing the blackmail. And especially if Gene hired fucking doofus to open up that fake security firm to get the surveillance.
All right. And Michelle will send a quick message to send it to Dekian. Just have him look into the name, see what he can figure out.
Okay. You get a reply back. I can do that.
Because if he's the bastard doing the blackmailing, he might be trying to blackmail me too. If he's realized he can get it from one fucking vampire, he might get greedy.
Means there'll only be a matter of time before he aims too high.
Exactly. So, yeah.
Well, let's deal with the problem in front of us before dealing with other ones.
Yep. And we'll just take a look at the shop. See, it might even be closed at this time of night.
Does anyone want to make a new wits awareness roll, or they want to rely on their first one from driving?
First one, I think.
I'll let the players decide if they want to use theirs.
I'm just going to stick with my half, so it'll still be 2.
Yep.
I'll roll another one. Why not? Why not have fun?
Yeah, I think I would like to roll another one.
That.
I was at 4, correct?
Yeah, yours was a 4. Or yours was a 4. Yes.
And Rashad's, I think, was 5.
I'll stick at 4.
No,
I'll stick
Rashad's was a 3.
Mine was 3.
Okay.
Yep. You'll stick with 4. Rashad just broke out his own 4. Callum, yeah, you're not aware of anything tonight.
You're plotting your moves to contact Ballard to find out more about Becky.
I'm gonna spend I need to be aware of something.
I know.
Get a willpower on it. Yeah. Yeah.
I got 2. That's enough to keep my eyes on the road and pay attention to fools on the road.
Man, the curse has hit you tonight. You're at 0 again, even with willpower.
Oh,
that's
I don't know
brutal.
if I've seen that.
So we got 2 people with 4. As you go past the McKenna shop, it's closed. It is closed. Now, Rashad, you have 4. You know for a fact it may be closed, but that car was here at about 2 a.m.
Can I activate my heightened senses?
Go ahead. I'll let you use that, and I'm going to give you something for it in a second because you turned it on. So even though it's closed, it's obvious they are willing to do work after hours. Now for you, Bo, it is closed, but there's definitely, as you turn on heightened senses, because you can see things a lot better, there is a light on in the room or in the building. There's a closed door that as your car goes by, you can get a sense of light under the door with a little bit of movement. So somebody is in the building.
Someone's in there. I don't know how many. Can't imagine it's too many, but there's a light on. Saw a little bit of brief movement. So it's not completely empty.
And
Well,
to give both of you a 4, for a mechanic shop, there's a decided lack of vehicles
Yeah.
in the lot out front. I'll say that.
This place is suspicious as hell. What do y'all want to do?
well, if we go forward, it can't be Katarina or Bo. If
Right.
any of our friend remembered you, she may have dropped your names and general descriptions,
Good point.
and we will almost certainly be outgunned, assuming that this is some sort of connected business. So do we want to play it safe or see what we can learn?
I mean, Rashad, Callum, if you'd like to go, I would recommend just having an SOS available so we can rush in if need be.
Yeah, I'll make sure I have your numbers on speed dial.
All right.
And as
Well-
you're thinking to go in, right here, everybody, we're going to go to break so that we don't have to, so we can have a break before they go in to pace the scene good. So we'll see everybody in 10 minutes. Please enjoy the break and the wonderful Carlene music. Welcome back, everybody. Before the break, the group met up with Curtis and Vance, that Sabat Ventru that was being blackmailed that they're
That asshole.
supposed to square away. And he is morally reprehensible. He has a tendency to feed from younger women with little care about how young. Kat had to leave before she hurt him. Bo was riding that line of wanting to hurt him. But now they're going to investigate the mechanic shop that Charger that Rashad slashed the tires on and stuck a phone with got parked at for a few hours after, the tires got slashed. And what made it suspicious was, of course, the only time it stopped was there before the car or the battery on the phone died. So as we pick up, we've got Rashad and Callum wanting to go up to the mechanic's place. The Kat and Bo, you're going to keep watching the vehicle? Are you going to be parked out front? You're going to be parked down the street? Where are you parking?
I think we're going to park across the street where we can keep an eye on the door where the light was seen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So as y'all go up to the place, there's no soul in the front area, the front area of the shop where you see the service desk. It's empty, of course. There's nobody standing there. But you can definitely, as you're getting close, you can see the light on inside the place. It's behind the service desk is a closed door. Sign says employees only. A lot of times, though, what you're used to seeing at a shop is it's got a glass window in the door. This one does not. It's a solid door. But you can see the light coming out from under it.
All right. You want me to take lead, Mr. McFarland, or should you?
You can take lead.
All right. And Rashad will go knock on the door.
When you knock on a door, it takes about 10 seconds before you see the inner door open. And the guy who steps out, he's wearing mechanic's coveralls. We're closed.
Good evening. I am here representing a client, and we have reason to believe that one of their vehicles may have been brought here. I would prefer, and we would prefer, to deal with the situation before getting the authorities involved, but that can be an option if need be. I simply want to make sure that it is properly missing for tax reasons.
No stolen vehicles here. Look, get your warrant, whatever. You're not coming in. When he holds his hands up, you notice something odd since you had a 4. There's not a speck of grease on his hands. There is no dirt on his hands. His hands are perfectly clean.
Right. And can I have your name? I'd like to make sure everyone is aware of who to speak to.
No, you can't. I suggest you leave.
I would like to scry his soul.
Okay.
Really quick. I'm not gonna boost it this time now. He seems very upset.
You got 3 so far.
I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna let
You're
Red.
going to leave it. When you go to scry his soul, his aura is a mash of colors that you can't read. He beat your roll this time.
All right. Well, we will be speaking with each other again very shortly.
Yeah, I'm
And,
not
he
worried
will-
about that. No,
I'm sure
if
you
you
aren't.
don't mind, I've got work I've got to do.
Of course. And he will turn towards Mr. McFarland to see if there's anything that he can add.
I'm going to step around Rashad. Excuse me, sir, before you step away.
Now what?
And I'll kick up Awe and try to use mesmerize on him.
Okay. All will definitely make his eyes stay gravitated to you for now. And what is your command with mesmerize? And then you'll do your rouse check afterwards. But give me your command. What are you going to tell him to do? Because he won't look away while the aw's on him until you give him a reason to look away.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell him to invite us in and show us some hospitality.
Comes over and unlocks the door. And he steps back, and after unlocking the door and stepping back, he kind of looks, and you see him start to move to try to relock it. You have the opportunity to just walk in though before you can get to it. I'll give you that.
I'm gonna step in and say thank you, and just lean against the door so he can't close it. We appreciate the invitation in and the chance to talk a little more before.
You can't be in here.
Why?
This is private property. Unless you want some jail time, you're going to leave immediately.
You've just invited us in.
And now I'm not inviting you. You need to leave, or you're going to be in a whole world of legal troubles you don't understand.
Doing a quick look around, is there anything in the building that seems off to me?
I mean, there's the work order folders. There's paper stuck in them. None of them have grease on them. None of them have dirt from cars being worked on them. The phone is clean. Because, you got a phone at the service desk. It's way too clean for a mechanic shop.
I've noticed that you are a very clean individual. I imagine appropriate authorities will be very happy to find out that there isn't a single drop of oil or grease or any vehicles in your shop.
He reaches in his pocket, pulls out his billfold and flips it over. And there's a badge on it. You're going to turn around and walk out of this place right now and forget you ever come here, or I'm going to have you locked up. You're interfering in a federal property. You understand me?
Do I recognize the badge? Would I be
Federal
able to tell
Bureau
a
of
fake one
Investigation.
from? All right. I believe we should make our departure. He'll be able to check in the morning.
Yeah, I suggest you don't come back. Come back on this property, you'll be locked up. You got it?
Of course.
I'll step out, hold the door open for Rashad.
Totally.
And as you go to leave, he stands right there in the room watching until you go, not just leave the door, but leave the parking lot before you see him open the door and go back in the little room. And the room he's going into, you caught a brief glimpse of just a single table in the room. A table and a chair, nothing on the table that you could see from your angle, just a single table and chair sitting in a room.
That was very strange. Let's get back into the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Once we make it back to the car, Rashad will relay everything that he saw. For the first time in a very long time, I met someone who I could not read, or I couldn't read, which tells me this person is at least competent at what they're doing, more so than the other people.
Who here is a fan of the players? I'm curious, who here is a fan of spy, intrigue, those type of movies? Is anyone?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Give me wits, investigation, Wits politics. I'll even use wits politics. That's a nice one. Wits
subterfuge.
Sure, why not?
Can it be intelligence instead of
Yes,
wits?
it can.
What was the first option? Just curious.
You can do wits investigation. You can do wits subterfuge. Streetwise would even work. Politics would work.
Don't know.
I got 3 from Kat.
I'm using a willpower.
Okay. Bo's got 3. Bo's got still 3 waiting on his willpower. Bo's got 4.
Mine was intelligence politics.
Callum got 2. 3 and 4 is enough. It reminds you of something in a movie.
Like an interrogation room?
No, a night watch desk. Or somebody just sits in a room and waits for a phone to ring. That's all they do. Normally used when somebody's in trouble. They call a certain number, it rings the desk, and the guy at the desk handles it.
He's the cleaner.
So for those that had 3 and 4, you can relay that to the rest of the group.
Yeah. Bo, your brother has his hands in some fucking horseshit.
Which is a coincidence because that was one of the jobs he had to do on the farm.
Yeah, well, he took it literally in his new career. Fuck. Okay, so at least we know this is a place where they go to get shit fixed.
Is this something we should update the HOA on?
Well, we're expecting to hear from Victoria, so we can just let her know what we found out.
Okay.
I can't guarantee that there won't be other threats, but this may be an opportunity to at least eliminate a potential target, if not interrogate him, maybe learn something new.
Was there a side door to this building?
It's a standard mechanics place, so it's got a side door. You assume there'll be a back door.
Okay.
A fire exit door.
Because we saw the light under a side door, right?
No, it was under the door inside the
it was inside.
right behind the service desk.
Oh, okay.
So we're going in, right? With less politeness.
I'm assuming there's also a bay door, at least one, right?
There's 2. Closed, but 2.
Rashad, did you bring your masks with you?
I did. And
Perfect.
you'll hand them out.
Give me a minute. And I'm going to, because when I had healed, I changed back to my normal standard.
Only if you chose to.
I did at that time.
Okay. That was your choice.
I am going to rouse.
Okay. You're going to shape yourself and
Yeah. Oh, look at that. I am doing very well with the rouse checks tonight.
you're going to vicissitude or vicissitude because you're doing it on yourself.
And I'm going to roll Resolve and Protean.
Yep. Resolve and Protean.
And see what I get.
Three, that's up to your cap. So that's all you need.
Yeah.
You can move 3 dots around or give yourself other stuff, but you can move 3 dots around if you wish.
Give myself other stuff, like I can change my appearance.
That appearance is one of them.
Okay.
You can give yourself weapons for hands, those kind of things.
I'm going to give myself... Oh, no, I'll rouse feral weapons for that.
You can also give yourself armor by getting rid of 1 attribute point can be replaced and turn into 2 points of armor.
Yeah, I'm going to take that.
Okay.
So one of my stamina will be 2 points of armor.
Okay.
And then one of the stamina will go into strength.
Okay.
And then, yeah. So, and I'll wear the mask and then I will rouse feral weapons. Actually, I'll do that now.
Okay. Yeah, it'll be a whole scene. It's all good.
I got hungrier for the feral weapons.
Okay.
Do you want me to come with you?
I feel like we should all go.
I'm what you use to knock the door down.
I might be able to get him to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I'm aware, but so far we have been taken advantage of when we're called alone. I have no doubt to your abilities.
I
but
recommend we all go in together. And I bust his fucking door in. But first, I'm going to take these nice long nails I have now that are sharp like scalpels and very claw-like. And I'm going to cut his fucking phone line.
Storyteller, did I get the idea that he was more resistant than normal to the mesmerism?
No, because mortals have no ability to save unless they know what's coming.
But he seemed like he came out of it.
It was
quick.
against his interests. That's why.
It was against his interest.
It was
and
against
so
his interest.
he knew he would not have
right.
naturally.
He was trying, he realized he wouldn't have naturally let
Right.
y'all in.
He just wasn't sure why he let you in. That was what he was confused.
Yeah, and that broke him out
Gotcha.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I imagine we all mask up, work our way around the building to cut the fucking phone line.
It's not hard.
Yep.
You can see where the phone comes in.
And I look and I'm like, y'all want me to cut the power too?
Now, that's a little harder to do, unless you want to be juiced.
Yeah.
No, there's a fucking thing. There's a thing that attaches
there
to the
isn't.
box. Oh,
No.
okay. All right. Well, let's just go in. And so she's,
Mask up.
yeah. And I'm gonna kick the door in.
Okay, so that'll be strength brawl.
Mhm.
Give me strength brawl. Kick the shit out of the door. Let's see. Let's see what you get. I mean, you boosted your strength. You all saw Kat move her. It was the weirdest thing. She shifted her body mass around. The thickening up, skin got tougher. I mean, it's the oddest thing to see. 5. Yeah. Kat hits that door.
And it explodes in.
And it just, I mean, it's a metal door, but she pops the metal screws right out of the frame where it's framed to the door itself or to the framing, and the door comes crashing in. And the side door that you come in through, there's a mechanic's bay there. There's 2 bays. There's no cars in there. There's tires of various types, boxes and boxes of spare parts, sets of mechanics tools, all put away nice and neat, perfectly ordered.
Mm-hmm.
And as you come in, that noise can't be missed.
No, she's going to go to the tools and grab something heavy.
I don't know, wrench,
Yeah.
impact wrench,
Something heavy.
When I see Kat looking around, I open my jacket. I figured you might need something this trip, so I hand her. It looks a lot like the Kindred scepter. It's just a solid metal mace shaped like that, and I hand that to you.
Excellent.
You can carry that around real good in the winter. Summer, it's going to be hard to hide.
Yeah.
Winter,
yeah.
Thick jackets. And as you're going in, a door in the back opens and out steps a man in a mechanic's outfit.
Mm-hmm.
And his eyes cut to you all. He's got a 9mm in his hand. Yeah, I know.
Please, you bring that pop gun? I got hit by one of your snipers.
Okay, now he's shooting at you. He's a trained agent, so I'll make his roll that.
Uh-huh.
Okay. give me your Dex Athletics to avoid it.
Okay.
And remember, you have 2 points of armor, which means I subtract the armor from the damage you take before I half it, which makes armor worth your stamina point. You gave up 1 health to reduce damage by 2.
I got 3.
He fires. He almost hits you. Almost. But it hits the wall beside you. And now you all can close the range to him if you want.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And as you close the range, what is Cat doing? Because you move the range. He got his shot anyway. What are you going to do?
Well, I'll close in. I'll get in.
I know, but what are you going to do once you get in?
Let's see. I have options now because I do have very sharp fucking claws I could eviscerate him with, or I've got a fucking mace I could club him with.
Or you can just grapple him and hold him in place so that you all, have him pinned.
Yeah, I'm going to try that first because they want to ask him some questions. And they've got the dominate, so they might be able to get some answers out of him.
Give me your Dex brawl.
Okay.
I will roll his defense against you. For those wondering, the guys on the night phone are generally not
Oh my God.
the elites.
That's an 8.
8 with
it's
a
a
messy crit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
he's
might
dead.
break his arm in the process.
You grab him in using the mace. You end up wrapping and using it as a bar to lock his arms,
Mm-hmm.
and you dislocate both his shoulders in the process.
Mm.
You hear them both pop
Yeah.
because the beast is a little bit out of control right now.
Yeah, and he drops the gun, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, and screams
Uh-huh.
and screams
Mhm.
and screams because that shit hurts.
Mhm.
And now that you all are close, the desk in the other room, it is literally a desk, a chair, and a phone.
A landline phone.
Yep, and a notepad.
Mhm.
That's it.
I'm taking the gun.
It's a 9mm Beretta. Looks pretty standard issue.
Somebody should go get the notepad.
I'll go grab it.
You grab the notepad. It says, it doesn't have much on it. It's mostly empty. It says, tonight's code strawberry. Under duress, blueberries. And then it has 2 phone numbers listed under it. That's it.
Okay. I'll grab that and
1 phone number I will say you recognize as a Kansas City area code. It's
okay.
a local number.
I'll also take the handset from that phone. Is it an old? I'm assuming it's like an old phone.
It's an old landline style phone. Most people
Yeah.
don't see these anymore. It's not even one that hangs on the wall. It's like the old
Desktop phone.
desktop phones.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take the handset, put it in my pocket.
Guy's still screaming.
Jesus, they don't make y'all toughen up, do they?
I mean, you just dislocated 2 shoulders. As someone who's dislocated a shoulder, that shit hurts.
Yeah, it does.
And when you dislocate both and the person is still holding you in the position that dislocated them,
Mhm.
the pain hasn't stopped yet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pat him down for what's
Other-
on his person, his badge, any forms of ID, any other.
Set of car keys. Didn't see a car, but just a set of car keys. His badge, which is his FBI ID.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm sure he has a driver's license.
yeah, matches the ID.
And it has an address.
It does. It says his name's Thomas Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay, talkers need to talk because Kat ain't the talker. Okay, she's the muscle.
Tommy, we can make this stop very easily.
Look, I
Are you
just
with me?
answered the
See,
phone.
who are you waiting on? Who are you waiting to hear from?
I never know who I hear from. They call me. If they give the code, they tell me what they need. And I pass the message to the 2 numbers.
Do you have any sort of distress yourself.
Look, I don't know what you're doing here. And he starts screaming again because I don't think Cat likes the look. I don't know. I assume Cat makes sure that he knows that not to try to
bullshit his way out of it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bo, give me a wits insight roll, please. Anyone else who thinks they can do wits insight can also roll.
I mean, I'm gonna do it. Why not?
Yeah, you can. Nothing to,
It's not my best thing, but
3, 2, 1. Callum, your rolls are just not with you tonight, are they? You pass the bad rolls around. Bo, his eyes keep cutting towards the door you all kicked in.
Should we be expecting anyone?
It's a government building. Don't you think someone will be here? I don't know who you are. I don't know why this crazy bitch got my shoulders jacked up.
I push a little harder when he
stops what he's about to say and screams. And when you ease up, he goes, "You're in for a world of hurt. The alarms are going off. They're coming."
Yeah.
Do I believe him?
You're pretty sure he believes himself.
I'm going to look around. Do I see any wiring for alarms?
You can't, not from where you are. You're holding him, so you can't really do a good look.
With my...
Go look around.
Good.
You look around. Under the desk he was sitting at, there is a flashing red button.
I'm going to go out and get the car and pull it up next to the building.
Okay.
You say, we don't have a lot of time, clearly.
We'll take him with us.
You heard the woman.
Okay, so how are you taking him with you? Where are you putting him?
Oh, no, we're going to take him to his house.
How are you Are you shoving him in the car?
He's going to go in the trunk.
Now, I'm going to point out, for competence reasons, every modern car you get now has an emergency escape handle you can pull in those trunks to get out.
That's right.
That is a feature
So he's not going to do shit with his arms because his shoulders are dislocated. So he'll be riding in the middle of the back seat.
That's going to be a painful drive because with 2 people on each side, every time it hits a bump,
he's going to jostle.
Yep.
And if he keeps screaming, Cat may have to use her claws.
Okay, I don't know anything. Just let me go and it'll be easier on you anyway.
Who's your direct supervisor?
Agent Solomon.
I told you he was into some horse shit.
And where is he based out of?
Look.
Where is he based out of?
He's here in the Kansas City branch right now.
When's the last time you spoke to him?
2 days ago. We got a call. I called him. Top number.
One of these numbers?
Yeah, numbers only change every week, not daily. Code changes daily. Numbers change weekly.
What did you talk about?
One of his people needed tires replaced.
Yana.
I don't get names. The other number arranged the tow truck. Put it on
Where was it towed?
It's towed to here. Pallet truck.
After.
Who picked
it up?
And it
drove off.
Young lady drove it off. I don't deal with that. I stayed in here. The crew, I assume Agent Solomon had his crew come in to do it because I don't do the repairs. I'm a desk jockey. You don't need to take me anywhere. Just let me go. I got a family. He's trying to make a living. He brought his people in. They worked on the car. I heard him mention something about a phone. Used his gear, and then they left. She drove off. That's all I know.
How long have you been stationed here?
I work for the field office. Been here for 2 years. I just
At the
started
mechanic
working.
shop?
This guy I just got assigned to his group about 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago. Just the phone
Who assigned
watch.
you to him?
Excuse me?
Who assigned you to this? Did Agent Solomon or was someone else in charge before?
Come down through as normal through personnel. I got a notification that I'm special task force.
Seems his special task forces are very expendable to him. You may wish to request a transfer.
Look, if y'all let me go, I'll fucking go work McDonald's if I have to. Just look. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what the deal is. Just let me live.
She has instructed whoever is driving to take him home. As we were getting him in the car and he was screaming so he couldn't hear what she was saying.
My wife and kids are in there. You don't need to.
We're not going to touch your wife and kids. And what she does in the car is she resets his shoulders.
Okay.
I'm going to stop.
I'm a
It's
young
been
agent. I've not been doing this long, okay?
It's been a couple of minutes, right?
Yeah, it's been long enough you can't cloud memory anymore.
It's okay.
Do you all still have masks on?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know what you look like.
Mm-mm. You are going to go in that house and you are going to reconsider your career.
You can bet that. Look, I'm a desk jockey. I didn't sign on for this.
I can tell. And she gets out and she helps him get out.
And he's barely using his arms because it
hurts, but
oh,
at
and
least
they were out and jostled and moved enough
Mhm.
that the tendons got a bit stretched.
Put some ice on those shoulders. It'll be a few days.
Look, they're going to ask me what happened. I didn't see nothing. I'm going to tell them that, but
Tell them you just don't remember. They'll believe it.
you know where I fucking live. It's not like if I say anything, you won't come back and find me, right? I know how this works. I've seen the movies.
All you have to tell Agent Solomon is that you don't remember.
That's fine. Thank you. Just
Go into your wife and kids. Hug them tight. Take care of them. And she gets back in the car.
and you see him. He started to cry at this point as he goes up and he fumbles at the door a bit because his arms are still pretty fucked. Actually, I don't believe the movies. You don't pop it in immediately and you just ready to start punching everybody. That doesn't work that way. I've done it too many times. And he goes, you see him, he don't even look back at you. He's too scared as you all get back in the vehicle. I turn it over to you all you've got 2 numbers.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's time
Thank
to call
you
your
for
brother.
What were the different code words again?
Strawberry and blueberry.
Mm-hmm. Strawberry for normal, blueberries for distressed.
Rashad has the notepad now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving back toward our
Business.
business. Yeah.
Assuming competence, I will tell you, if you're planning to call him from this vehicle, you want to make sure when the cell phone towers are pinged, you're not anywhere near
Yeah.
your place. I'm going to give you that as something that the characters would probably know from
Take
paranoia.
the long way around.
Are you ready for this, Mr. Solomon?
No, but there's no time like the present, I guess. And I will give him a call.
The number rings 3 times, and then when it's picked up, code in.
Strawberry.
This is Agent Solomon. I don't recognize this number. Who is this? How did you get the number and the code phrase?
I hear you've been looking for me.
Well,
Been some time.
I'm not looking for you. I already know where you are. I've known where you are for a year now. Am I
Didn't
to
want to stop and say
assume?
hi?
Am I to assume Agent Wilson has met a accident?
No, we're not like him.
No, he's all right. He won't remember what happened, but he's all right.
Yes, you're kind. Do that. Why are you calling me, though? You
Can't
know
one
this
brother
can't
call another
end
brother?
here. Say that again?
Can't one brother call another brother?
No. You're not my brother. My brother's dead. My brother's been dead a long time.
I mean, I've been dead to you since I left.
At least you understand.
To be fair, you wish I was dead before I left.
No, it wasn't until after you left.
Whatever you have to tell yourself, Grant.
You can call me Agent Solomon. You are not my brother.
All right, Grant.
Is there a point to this phone call? I'm not big on family reunions.
No, no point. Just letting you know that I'm not worth underestimating.
Not underestimating any of you blank bodies. Bunch of blanks. Underestimating's got us where we are now. I tell you what. I'll see you in a few days. We'll have a face-to-face talk. How about that? 2 brothers.
Didn't think I was your brother.
You think so? That's good enough for me for this discussion.
Better bring your blueberries. I hang up.
Okay. I assume you throw the phone out afterwards?
Yeah.
Or pop the SIM card and break it and then throw it out?
Yeah, I snap it in half,
Yep.
then toss it.
You all could hear bits and pieces, but since it wasn't speakerphoned, you caught just parts of the conversation.
I know that bastard has Gwen. I know he does.
I didn't want to bring Gwen up.
I get you. I get you.
Well, regardless of what happens next, I appreciate the restraint in hurting that gentleman. I know not all of us care for the mortals, and I appreciate it.
He served his use. No bother making a bigger mess for us.
I didn't mean to pull his damn shoulders out. It happened on accident.
Heat of the moment.
Yeah.
No. Hey,
I hit like a fucking Mack truck. I can't help it.
Katerina, you've been plenty useful. Your strength has been plenty useful that I'm not here to judge when
But
it gets a little overzealous.
I try to fix them
Yeah,
when they don't need to be hurt.
it could have been a lot worse.
Your brother is putting a lot of people in danger.
I know. And whether he wants to admit it or not, it's all petty. It's brotherly jealousy, tale as old as time. Resentment, jealousy, the illusion of a lack of a father's love.
I mean, those damn hunters in that bar. Oh, you were there. He is preying on their vulnerability, their trauma.
Oh yeah, he has the blinders on. He doesn't care who
Gets hurt.
Right.
God, they call us monsters.
Don't let him fool you. He'll feed on you in a different way.
I'd be very surprised if he ever wants to sit down and have a talk with me. I literally knew his snipers were there and protected Gwen anyway.
I'm not gonna
Pretty
do anything.
sure he wouldn't know what the fuck to do with me.
I'm not going to do anything stupid. I would never put myself in danger unnecessarily. But
I get you.
at the end of the day, this is between me and him.
No, I respect that. I respect that. I get it. My issues with my brother, ultimately, it is between me and him. So I totally respect that. I'm not going to try to fight your battles for you, Bo. I will support you in any way I can.
The unfortunate matter is he's the only family I have left.
Yeah. That sucks.
It does.
Yeah.
But we have a job to do.
Yep.
And we need to find Gwen.
We do. I have hopes, though. I do. She's a cunning thing.
She's resilient.
And I bet you calling your brother threw him off his game. Just a wee bit. It may give her an opportunity.
Hope so.
Yeah. Well, let's get back and maybe we'll see what Victoria wants.
Should we check out that other number before we head back? At least figure out where it is.
Let's keep that in our back pocket for now.
We can search it when we get back to the office. Not call it, but search it. See if it's tied to anything.
I don't want to press our luck any further.
While we're driving on our way back, I would like to use Sense the Unseen to make sure we aren't being followed by anyone.
Okay, give me, since you're using it purposely, give me resolve all specs.
Awesome.
Five, very nice. Very, very nice. There is a light golden line coming off of, let's see who it comes off of. We got 4 people. I'll roll this. Let me see who it's attached to tonight. Callum. Heading the direction that you are going towards your logistics place.
Have I encountered this before?
Probably not.
Mr.
You
McFarland.
suspect it's blood sorcery of some kind, but that's all you can guess.
Mr. McFarland, you don't have any experience with blood sorcerers, correct?
None at all.
I believe someone is currently using blood sorcery on you. I mean, I don't think that tells me what the blood sorcery is. It's just under the, it doesn't tell me.
What precautions should I take?
I'm afraid I don't know much about how the blood sorcerers do what they do. I've heard rumors that some are able to hurt you from a distance. Some are able to know things about you, but I would recommend we are prepared for a fight when we arrive.
Great. I'm already beefed up, so it's fine.
As you get right to the edge of your domain, Rashad, you all turn the corner, and as your car drives past, you watch that golden trail, because it's slightly moved as you were moving. It rotates around Callum and then is behind him. And you saw the termination point. There's a woman leaning against one of the buildings that seems to be the other end of the line, watching as you go by.
Oh, I think we need to stop the car.
Rashad will, don't overreact, but our blood sorcerer is that woman there.
Mm-hmm.
And am I able to see her well enough to scry the soul on her?
Sure.
Wonderful.
You don't need much to scry the soul, I'm not going to lie. Aura extends out past clothing, so.
With heightened senses, would I be able to recognize her?
You can use it, but you don't recognize her at all.
Okay.
Long brown hair, kind of an olive-shaped face.
Oh, wait, no, I don't need to reroll. Oh, you know, why not? Why not?
7 was a crit? Jesus, and you're going to roll
8.
Willpower? 8?
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
I got the success on the...
I have to give you
do
something
2 rounds.
special with this too, don't I? Yes, I do. Okay. Leveraging that Auspex every chance you get. Okay, so we're going to go right through the questions. Emotional state of the subject. Bored. Extremely bored right now. There's no residence. It is a vampire. 100% a vampire. They are currently wielding blood sorcery. I'll give you that one. No specs in the aura. Something unexpected. Trying to think of something useful for it. Their aura shows that they're struggling to control their blood magic.
All right. I can tell you they are definitely kindred. They don't seem to have much control over their sorcery, so either they're new to it or it's something they've acquired recently.
Mm-hmm.
They also don't seem nervous, so either they think they're hidden from us or they don't think we will do anything to them.
Would fighting against mesmerism maybe break her concentration if she's already struggling?
It's possible.
All right, I'll pull over and stop next to her.
Okay.
Roll the window down.
When you roll the window down, just the people I'm looking for. Victoria sent me.
Who sent you?
Victoria.
Who are you?
We don't generally use names. Call me Sammy. That'll work good as any other name. Names are fluid, right? They change like everything else about us. You can call me one of her people. Some call me a spy. Some call me snitch, word on the street. Been called a snake in the grass.
What do you need?
She sent me to find out status report. She's kind of tied up. Not literally.
Get in so we're not talking on the street.
How'd you know I was here before I get in your vehicle? I'm curious.
It's our domain. Shouldn't we know who's in it?
You might want to get used to disappointment. Get in.
And she climbs in the vehicle. And Rashad, you're still able to see her aura. I'm not going to have it just instantly stop. There's no fear, no concern. She just plops in the vehicle.
Yeah, so we just had a meeting with Vance tonight. A couple of the hunters from the Jabberjaw tried to get the jump on him last night. And he, of course, survived it because he met with us tonight. And she's going to go through the rigmarole of what we found out at the Jabberjaw and what he did and why he's being blackmailed and all this stuff.
Her impassive face, Rashad, her face stays impassive the whole time, but the aura, anger is definitely seeping in as she's hearing what he does.
Mm-hmm. And right now, the Nos are protecting him because he was owed a boon.
Of course they are.
Of course they are. But that doesn't even keep him out of trouble because obviously the last thing he fed on was fearful, exceptionally fearful of him.
Well, I'm sure Victoria will be delighted to hear this, and I am sure she will make her own plans. And if she doesn't, we will.
Some will be made, I'm sure.
Oh, we will.
Yeah, so we have reason to believe we know who's doing the blackmail, so that should be solved very soon.
Good. Good. I'm sure she'll be happy to find out. I'm sorry for this unorthodox method of meeting with you. I had no other way to contact you.
Kat takes out a card for the business. You can give us a call.
Perfect.
Soon we'll have somebody there to answer the phones when we're not there.
All I knew was Mr. McFarland's face.
Mm.
He does have one
Callum,
of those faces.
you've never seen this person before.
Okay.
That's all I had to go on.
Yeah. Well, now you can give us a call.
Thank you.
Of course.
She doesn't tend to give us those. She prefers us to
Be creative.
find our own means to locate what she wishes.
Yeah.
It's her way, I think, of testing us.
Of course it is. Of course it is.
Well, thank you for this info. I'm sure you would love to invite me in for drinks or something. I don't know.
We're not a bar, so you could come and have a seat, I guess. But
No. I've got other things to do tonight. I've got my own people to contact.
Of course.
I will make
Is
sure.
there somewhere we can drop you off that would be more
Oh, you can leave me here.
Okay.
I'm used to. People look oddly at me if they see me drive up.
Okay.
I'm more of a
Fair.
walk around person, you know?
Fair.
It gives you time to think. And I will make sure to pass this info on her when I give my report tonight.
Good. And we get out of the car and she goes her way.
And as she gets out of the car, she leans back in. And unofficially, if you get hold of him before I do, make him suffer.
It took everything I had not to do so in public tonight.
We have a lot of leeway. The eyes in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And if we get him first.
Yeah. I want tickets to the show.
Me too.
I'm afraid Manuel will not be pleased with us if we get him first.
Yeah.
But that's not our deal.
No, I'm just hoping I can keep myself in check long enough for him to spill his info. And yeah, then he's fair game.
And spell the rest.
Yeah.
And as she steps away, anyone who wants to can roll intelligence politics.
Can I do a iconography roll instead?
You can. And that can be intelligence or wit, streetwise. Pick one. If anyone has a specialization in like kindred politics or Camarilla politics or something like that, you can use the specialization, of course.
I got 2.
Etiquette, kindred, hospitality.
Sure.
Okay, can I re-roll that then?
Go ahead. I'll let you re-roll it with your specialization or just roll a die.
Just roll an extra die.
Just throw an extra
Just
die
throw
in.
one in there.
Oh,
Pick
Just
up,
grab the die at the
just
bottom,
grab
throw it
die
on
at the
chat.
bottom of chat and put it
Yep.
on the chat box. Yep.
There you go.
There you
2. 2's the best you got, right?
yeah.
There's something, can't put your finger on it, but there's something odd about the inference of that's not our deal. That's all.
Hmm.
And I'll turn it over to you all as we close up this episode.
Just before we go, I not necessarily right this second, but I'd like to use premonition before
Of course.
we
You can
conclude.
roll it now, and then you all can have your scene, and I'll hit you with the premonition.
Kat's gonna literally search the second number just online to see if it's tied to anything.
You got to pay for that. The databases, they don't do it for free.
She
It's not a lot of money.
she
It's
can
only,
pay-
It's,
she can pay for it.
it's like $10.
Yeah.
That's a company expense.
That's a company expense. We're gonna write this shit off.
Okay. It comes back to that number matches a Zach Delane,
Hmm.
which is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You find it as it's listed as a residential
Okay.
over in the Santa Fe neighborhood.
Okay, and she will print that off with the address and be like, found who the other number's tied to.
We also need to check out that Jane character
Mm-hmm.
at some point.
Yeah. I'll just do a quick
Mhm.
search on him just to see what I can pull up. But it's, she trusted Rashad to get his people to get more thorough information.
That one, give me an intelligence technology roll
Okay.
for that roll.
I've got like,
There's 9 million databases you can go to get people's numbers if you're willing to pay $10 and addresses matched. But
nah. I'll roll a willpower. Maybe I'll get a crit. No, I did not get a crit. I
no,
got
you
one.
find nothing for Gene Sherry.
I got nothing. So, Rashad, hopefully your people
At least nothing that matches Kansas. I mean, you put in random names and
Yeah.
you find all kinds of shit on the internet, but
I mean, it's possible this guy's got aliases. So, hopefully your people will find more info.
Yes. I will also let you all know that I believing what comes next to you all, there are a couple of things I want to take care of, including looking into our person. But so I will not be around for the next night or so.
Okay.
Understood.
I appreciate it. Yeah, they can have it dropped off here. And if your people can get a good lead on where this guy is, then we will just take care of it.
Yeah.
Bo's vision
Right.
fades. Bo sees a cage with a bird in it. And you see a hand hesitantly reaching out to open the cage. and they reach inside and they lightly stroke the top of the bird's head. And then the bird flies free. And your vision returns. You all saw his eyes glaze over. Mid-conversation, just...
It's so fucking weird when y'all do that.
Sorry, I can't control it. I'm sure Rashad understands.
You see anything?
A caged bird, a hand without. I only saw a hand open the cage, stroke the bird, and the bird flew away.
Something about Gwen.
Was the hand
My first-
masculine or feminine?
Storyteller.
didn't have, you can't tell from it. It was just a generic hand.
It was too generic. If it is Gwen, it makes me wonder why
Someone would let her go.
so easily.
Yeah.
Well, the hand did touch her before they let her go.
They want her to gain information or something for them. And there's also the opportunity that it isn't meant to be her, but someone else.
Or she was able to manipulate someone into being sympathetic.
Right. Like I said, I don't think we necessarily need to. Our first instinct doesn't need to be cynical about this, but guarded.
Yeah. We'll find out. And
I will
worst
check
case,
her
when you
aura
meet
when I
with
have a
your
chance.
brother, we deal with getting her released. If
Right.
the vision has nothing to do with her.
Sounds good.
All right.
Be safe, everyone.
Be careful out, y'all. And y'all can tell when Kat, y'all just know for the past few nights, Kat has been just a little bit off. Like it really upset her that she couldn't prevent Gwen from getting caught.
Understood.
So she's just been a little bit off.
As you set off to go your separate ways, you've had a productive night. You found an FBI, not a safe house, but a communications hub. I think you might have made an agent change his career choices. Found out definitely Agent Solomon's behind it all. Even antagonized him a little. And the most important part is you've linked a number to an address.
Mhm.
Now you all have a place you can go. Might give you the answers. And over all of it hangs Rashad's vision. Rashad always gets the more esoteric visions that fit his Giovanni nature. I'd like to thank my players and you, the viewers, for season 1, episode 8. 2 more left this season, people. 2 more. It's been a hell of a season so far. Wonder what's coming up next. You know, we'll see. So please join us on the Discord. So you know, this cast came from the Discord. That's where all of our cast comes in. Look, the bot works now. I fixed it before stream. Yay! Because it didn't work last stream because it was all screwed up. So I do thank you all. Join us on Discord. That's where we cast the show from. You can talk to the cast right down in Kansas City chat. You got any questions? I'm sure people will talk about it. That's what it's there for. Of course, we've got a good community, a real supportive community. So just hang out on the Discord. There is an open casting call right now that if you're on the Discord, you can apply for. That is to play in a Monster of the Week game. It's a monthly game that'll be run by Mama McStabber over there. Different nights of the week, which means apply because some nights you'll be, maybe some of the nights she streams it, you'll be available. And she's going to have enough cast to rotate whoever's available for that night. So you may not be there 1 week, but or 1 month, but you might be available the next month. So apply for it because it's a chance to play even for people who don't know their schedules.
Mm-hmm. And I plan to have tables of 4 for each session. It is a very serialized game where you have, well, not serialized, but episodic style game. So basically each session is a complete session. There's no carryover to the second session after that. And each one is an individual monster hunt that the group of hunters are going after, and it's going to be great, and it's going to travel around, and as they travel around, certain hunters may be the same from session to session, where others are new from the pool of people that can play.
So seriously, join our Discord, go down to the casting couch, send Mom a message.
Yeah.
And I will say, we love to give or have people play with us that have been members of the community for a while, but at the same time, as you can ask Callum down there,
we will take people we've never played with before.
Yep, new people also get a chance. We give everybody a fair shot. It's not an audition style. This is apply.
This isn't an audition. This is just fill out the application,
and if you have the tech, you can play.
And if you have the tech, you can play.
But the audition was a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
It was, but not everybody can do that. Not everybody can commit to the time. So join us on that. You want to catch our back episodes, pop over to YouTube. All the back episodes are on McStabber Studios YouTube. Not just this stream, but dear God, we have systematically gone through almost every single World of Darkness product one time or another.
Almost all the splats, yeah.
Yeah, almost all of them. I think we still haven't done Mummy. I think that's it from the main WAD title.
I don't know.
Mummy was the last one.
Yeah.
Because Promethean was Chronicles, not World.
Promethean was Chronicles.
Yep.
So I think Mummy's the only one we haven't run yet.
Yep. And Hunter. We haven't run a Hunter game
yet. Yeah, because we don't play Mortals.
Yeah, I don't run Mortal games that much. Of course, you want to see some amazing content creators. We've got a list of friends here. One of them's out this week. Gwen. We'll see what happened to her next week. I'm sure everything's fine for her. So that you can see her at Mischievous Red. Ravnos Archon here. He runs his own channel, but you're also going to get to see him on our Old Gods game coming up next month. Machete, we have run Scion. Zach Rules ran it for us. With Mama was in the cast. I forget all the cast members, but we did a Scion game. I know Unconscious Celestial was in it, and there's a couple of people. Lanhee.
Junie was in it.
Junie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've done one of those, but we've covered most of them there. If you want to see Junie, go to the RPG table. I think this Saturday's her last stream before the for the year.
Yeah, because she's going to visit family over the holidays, so she will also not be in our Changeling streams for the next 2 weeks.
Yep. You know, it's holiday season, so oh, you want to give something to the players? Bits and donations, they go to the players, not to the studio. It's a way to give to the players. My lazy ass needs to go and update the spreadsheet again because I've got to update a number of bits for everyone's totals and post them. I'm kind of slack about doing it as often as I should. I need to go back and gather all that data back up. If you want to give to the studio, pop to our KoFi. Subscribe here on Twitch. Twitch takes half when you do that, but it is what it is. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, comment on the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification icon. All that kind of stuff drives us up in the search engine so that more people will see the content.
And
that's how you help us.
Please comment on the videos you watch there. I don't care if it's just a 3-word comment. Just comment something on the videos you watch there. Thanks.
Even if you have constructive criticism.
Yeah.
I've responded to a number of people with constructive criticism. If you come with an active hostile criticism, I'll be snarky back with you.
Yeah, boy.
I got no problem doing that. It happens. So, you know.
Hey, we just reflect the energy given.
Yeah, you know. That's the way that is. I mean, I will block you from the channel on YouTube. You go too far, but you know, generally we got thick skin. We can handle it.
Yeah.
You want to get you some merch? Check out our merch store. Make sure you sign in. I did respond to your comment on. I responded to it, Ravnos Archon.
So you can dish it, but you can't take it. I see how it is.
Ravnos Archon commented on video about being bullied, and I responded to it. Don't call me out. Yeah, you're gonna throw the tea. You better double check first.
We are so gonna make merch of Chibi Oscar.
Yep. And so I'm going to turn it over to my wife for the schedule because we've got some games this weekend. We got a game this weekend coming on.
We do have a game this weekend. So thank you, everyone, for joining us on a Friday evening to spend some time with us vampires that are really trying to not have to deal with all this horse shit.
You dealing with it?
But we are anyway. And damn Gwen just keeps getting fucking snatched. And you know what?
I wonder if that's going to be a fun reoccurring inside joke.
God damn. I'm starting to hate the whole snatched plot. Okay. So, but yeah, thank you so much. And join us tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern for Call of Cthulhu 7E, London Esoteric Society, run by our amazing European GM, Dr. Tess. And sometimes you see Ree down here in that game. And you, of course, see Urani, not your Audi, because he is now permanent cast for that game. And you can see sometimes I'm Gray. And also
Mama Distract. Ebon Blade Mortuary. She's got a huge cast. Ignatius.
Ignatius,
there you go. She's got a big rotating cast.
She has a large rotating cast for that. Yeah, so it's a fun game. Lots of sus-ass shit going on. Investigators, it's around turn of 1900. Investigators doing all the things in that region of Europe that they really shouldn't be doing because it's causing them to go insane. And, you know, there's been some character deaths because of all the sus-ass shit. Yeah, but it is actually a palate cleanser after all the crap that Shanky runs, okay?
That's sad, isn't it? The Call of Cthulhu's the palate cleanser? Look, Tiss even did an episode of playing the servants rather than the main characters, and she did a cats episode.
Yes. It's a lot of fun, though. Seriously, join them. And like I've been saying in other streams, Sundays we are not doing, as you can see when we actually conclude on our offline screen that shows our schedule, we are not currently scheduling a marathon of Windy City at this time, just because Shanky needs a break. And there's a bit of work that goes involved into compiling those episodes into a marathon format. So he just needs a break. We may resume those in the new year. We may not. We'll let you know. But anyway, and then, of course, on Wednesday, the next week at 8 p.m. Eastern, join us for Changeling the Dreaming. It is our first season of this game, and it's going to be amazing. We have already figured out that big burst of glamour that happened was likely tied to three red caps that were obviously hired to do some sus-ass shit.
Everything's suspicious.
And now we have taken one of them's toads hostage and requested a meeting. And Oscar, our dear sourpuss grump of a troll, has taken a baby troll under wing. It's the cutest thing ever. So that's 8 p.m. Eastern on Wednesday. And of course, we'll be back here on Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern with the next session of Vampire V5, Kansas City, A Domain Divided.
Only two left.
Only two left.
Yep. So we know Callum, you can find playing here with us. Eventually, maybe he'll jump in some other games. I know he's got his own private game schedule that he does at home. So it's kind of tough to find him the nights to play with us on stream, too. Kind of tough to do both.
Yeah, it is. I've got a couple of other online games and then our in-house at the table face-to-face game.
Yes. Yeah. So we'll find you some time to join us in other stuff once in a while. We'll see. Rashad, re-rolls down there. What you got going on?
We are still continuing our We Are Heroes RPG, where our young teenagers are trying to save the world. We will not have an episode this week as I will be traveling, which is a great opportunity for you to catch up on the last 7 episodes of season 1. Well, now we'll put the link in the chat.
Oh, that I had time. I don't get to watch many other streams because I'm either needing my downtime or I'm caught up in other things. So, Bo, house down there? What you got going on? You done your fancast it 4? God,
Not yet. The final episode should be recording on Monday for a week from today release. But I've said that a few times now, so we'll see if it actually happens.
Join our Discord because he posts it in the community content creators channel when he does it.
But once the Fancast at 4 podcast ends, there is another venture I am working on.
Yay.
In 2024.
Oh, good. We'll have to see what that one is. I don't even want to try to make a guess. It's just not worth guessing because I wouldn't have come up with that one. So, and please, everybody, take mental health seriously. I want you to check in on family, friends, loved ones, those around you. Please make sure they're okay. We're going into the holiday season, and the holiday season is a tough time for a lot of fucking people out there. It's not just seasonal affective disorder, but it's also, they have to deal with their family and they don't want to deal with their family, or they want to see their family and can't see their family. There's a whole bunch of different issues that makes the holiday a tough time. So please check in on those around you and make sure, they're doing okay. And if you suffer from mental health issues like many of us do, first thing I want to tell you is it's okay to not be okay. And I want you to reach out to your support line. If you feel you don't have one, I understand it's tough on everybody, and a lot of people don't want to feel like they're burdening those around them with their own problems. In chats, a list of numbers you can call or text 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There'll be a professional on the other end of the line that will help you out. And if you're watching this from somewhere outside the U.S., or if you're watching this on YouTube, go to findahelpline.com, put in the country that you are at, and you will find the support network in your country. Because mental health is health. We want you to take care of yourselves and take care of your fellow people. And I'm going to turn it over to my wife for her last portion as we exit this episode.
Please, 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 please take care of yourself. It is hard right now. It is hard. I mean, I literally had posted in another community I'm in, is it the seasonal affective disorder, or is it just the overwhelming despair due to how everything is? It's hard to tell at this point. But yeah, so take care of yourselves. Seriously, take downtime if you need it. Get rest if you need it. Focus on things that you can do for yourself that will bring you some semblance of joy. It's important. It really is. And do take care of yourselves physically too. Drink your water. Take your meds.
That's why we're not streaming Sunday, is taking care of my own mental health to give me a break.
That's right.
I need that reset.
I'm very proud of him for that. And also get your fucking vaccines. Okay. Because hospitals are filling up with people with illnesses that if they'd gotten their boosters and vaccines, they wouldn't have to be in the hospital. So please.
Yeah, that's important to say. So I do thank everyone. They're almost to the end, and I can't wait till we get to the end of the season. We do the cast Q&A to get their unfiltered opinion of the bullshit they're going through this season.
This is some bullshit. No.
There we go. I do thank you all. We will see you next time. Good night, everybody.
Good night, y'all.